Hello, my name is Daisy.
Hey, my name's Alyssa.
And this is
Terrifying Talks.
Midnight creeps and shadows fall, whispered secrets through the walls. Ghostly figures start to sway. Tune in now, don't be afraid. Terrifying talks tonight. Chill your bones till morning light. Spooky tales to make you jump. Heart beats fast with every thump.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I
already know. It's okay. You don't gotta
Yeah.
explain. Alyssa had a terrible day.
yeah.
Welcome back to Terrifying Talks, where we talk about spooky things, especially on the third week of every month. Is it third week?
It's mostly third week. It's usually whichever is the middle of the month, which is typically the third week.
Haunted hours.
Dun dun dun.
Firework.
Pew 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 pew. Kabang kabang. Flush swat. Oh no, Jimmy.
Who the fuck?
I don't know. It was a flyaway firework.
Okay. Speaking of fireworks and, a little haunted story for you. I knew someone who decided to hold a firework. Yeah. They don't have a hand anymore. Yeah. Serious. This was down in Texas. When I lived in Texas.
It's so ominous now.
My lights just turned off because I don't turn on my car anymore. Because I am stupid before. Anyways, that's an inside joke. If you know, you know. Yes, this is episode 41.
Oh shit, it is?
It is. We're coming close to a year. Super excited about that. Like I said, episode 41, Haunted Hours. We're going to do some Thanksgiving stories.
Hell yeah.
I have a spooky story.
Do you?
A little bit. It was like a long time ago, so I don't recall anything of it. But there was another podcast that I listened to. I don't remember the name. This was several years ago, like a good, 7 years ago maybe. Mm-hmm. And it was like talked about like murder, like
was it like a true crime?
Small town murders, I think it was called. Ooh. The podcast. But in one of their episodes, they talked about like I'm pretty sure it was at Thanksgiving or whatever. And moral of the story: someone got wrapped in Saran wrap, Dextered that bitch over. Just kidding, not the whole body, but Saran wrapped like the head and stuff like that. And yeah, that Thanksgiving turkey was not good that year. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. But that's
not funny. It's not funny. Just the thought of turkey.
Let me look it up. But yeah, I need to know if that's what it's called. But it's a great podcast. You guys should definitely listen if you are into like small town murders. Yeah, small town murder. This is what I would listen to.
Wow.
Yeah, small town murders. They're comedians, so that's funnier. Yeah, I don't recall the exact podcast, like word for word on like what happened, but I do remember them talking about how they took like the Saran wrap and stuff and wrapped the person's head and whatnot and so. So, yeah, good times. Do you have any crazy Thanksgiving stories yourself?
Myself?
Yeah.
Besides my ex coming back from college telling me he cheated on me and then breaking up with me
Shut the fuck up.
Right before Thanksgiving, so I couldn't eat my Thanksgiving meal. Yeah, no, that's about it.
Oh, you know what? I do have one. It's not horror, but it's kind of funny. I remember one Thanksgiving, a partner that I had, their like relative was really drunk and called me by their ex's name.
I'd be pissed.
It was funny. In a way.
In a way.
In a way. I wouldn't call that a horror story, but it was definitely a Thanksgiving to remember. They apologized so much that they cried. It was it was crazy. I think they were just used to it. I think they were together for a little bit. So, very recent too, before I got with the person, so.
Oh. So, apparently, this isn't like, I don't think it's horror related, but how long ago was this? Okay, I don't know how long ago it was, but apparently there was a turkey that got loose in South Bend, and they had to like chase it down.
Really?
Yeah. My mom kept sending me articles of it, but like they're all reels, and I thought they were going to be actual articles to look at, but I guess they had to chase it down, and they kept giving updates on where the turkey was.
Okay, so I don't know if I've said it on the podcast. I'm pretty sure I have, but I used to convince my mom there was someone in the neighborhood called Scary Terry.
Yeah.
And who would like look into our windows and walk in our front door and all this other stuff. So that kind of originated because we used to have, the name at least, we used to have a turkey in our yard walking around, and he would scare us because he'd be like walking one way, and then all of a sudden he's on our car. So we called the turkey Scary Terry, and he would just be everywhere in our yard, in our front porch. So that's where that's where the story kind of originated from.
That's funny.
Pranking my mom of someone named Scary Terry looking in our windows. And does that make sense now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember one time my mom, when she came to visit, we had a friend over, and I don't know if she was being serious or not. I love my mom. She's so funny. She goes, "Is that Scary Terry?" to one of my friends that were over, and I was like, "No, Mom, that is not Scary Terry. Scary Terry's not real."
That's so funny.
She's hilarious. I remember we were sitting outside, and she was smoking a cigarette. And, we had like a bunch of trees and stuff around the house and everything. So, there's raccoons and stuff, and like there's sometimes will be deer. And you could hear like the crunching of like, not the leaves, the sticks. And it was late at night. We heard like a stick, like, whatever.
Like it snapped.
Break,
or
yeah.
whatever.
She's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Oh my God, Mom, that's Scary Terry." I love pranking her so much. She's so funny. If there's anybody I do pranks on the most, it's my parents. My parents are so gullible. They're like the funniest people to prank. What do you have?
Okay, so since it's Thanksgiving themed, I decided to just look up some Reddit horror stories. And I have a couple. One of them is longer, so I'll read that one last. But I had seen this one, and I was like, damn. But it says, "Invited my new boyfriend over for Thanksgiving with my roommates. Our oven broke down, so we decided to go to my elderly neighbor's apartment and use hers. We had a key because she was away on vacation. Everything was going fine until my boyfriend stumbled across my elderly neighbor dead on the bathroom floor."
What the fuck? You know what that reminds me of? Okay, I don't know if you guys seen the TV show, but it's New Girl.
Yes.
And the Thanksgiving fucking episode, and they find the old lady next door dead. Oh my.
What if that was just that?
Oh, that is so funny.
What if they just wrote that and
Based
pretended?
off of that is so funny. Yeah. Imagine finding, like, on Thanksgiving, finding, like, someone dead in the next room.
Bro, I guess I'm not eating that day.
Yeah, like, do you continue, like, you've worked, okay, imagine
Like you're
cooking for, like, 10 hours straight. Okay,
you put
and
so
then
much work into it.
you collect everybody to come together, right? And then you go inside, I don't know, Grandma fucking Helen, Glenn, I don't fucking know. whatever grandmother you got, great grandmother, just some old fucking bastard relative, okay? You go and get them, and they're dead. Do you continue to eat? Do you call the cops?
Bro, because
and then
you're
you
going to
eat
sit
as a
down and
family?
you're going to be sad.
That's what I'm saying, but do you obviously you got to call the cops. Or do you call the cops? Do you eat first?
Hold on. You just don't even tell anyone yet? You're
Close
just like,
the door. Closes the door, walks into the kitchen. All right, guys, you ready to eat? And there's so
You
many
wait
people.
until after and then you finally
you
say
know what?
something?
Well, because if you think about it, right? If you're like, you shut the door, you're like, I'm not doing that. I just cooked this fucking dinner. And
Wait,
you
but
close
then what
that
if
door.
someone else
Well, listen, you got all your family for Thanksgiving. Okay, so, maybe you miss a cousin or two. Who knows? You got the older kids probably upstairs playing the game. And so you're drinking a couple glasses of wine. And then I feel like towards the end of everybody's meal, everybody's going to be like, where the fuck is Grandma at? Why would Grandma miss Thanksgiving dinner? Maybe she's asleep. I'm going to go wake her up. And she's dead. And then you're stuck there forever, knowing for the rest of your life that you closed the door on your grandma while everybody peacefully ate dinner that you just made. No pumpkin pie for grandma, that's for sure. Do you wait or do you continue? Like,
Bro,
do you
I
eat?
just hope that I don't have to do
Closes the door. Nah, not today.
someone else can find you.
Oh, hell no. Would you save that trauma for someone else or would you tell everybody? Close the door. I don't know if grandma's actually sleeping this time.
Oh yeah, she just said she wanted to nap a little bit longer.
Yeah, she looks like peacefully asleep in there. I could not
my
imagine.
God.
That'd be
That's
so terrifying though.
crazy.
No, but answer my question.
I don't know.
Do you still eat after finding a dead relative?
Bro, I couldn't even eat after being broken up with. You think I'm gonna be able to eat after fucking finding someone dead?
I don't know. I'm hungry.
So you could still eat?
Bitch, if I waited 10 hours to eat a goddamn turkey and some good ass mashed potatoes and a pecan pie with peanut butter on top and whipped cream, it sounds weird, but it's really good. I got it from. People think it's really weird when I think about it or when I eat it, but I'm like, have you never seen Paul Blart? He puts peanut butter on his pecan pie, and I tried it one time just out of pure curiosity.
You're like, let me see.
That shit hit.
Let me see the hype.
Dude, that shit hit. I was like, no wonder why Paul Blart is fat, because this shit is good. Hell yeah, I'm still fucking eating. You crazy.
That's funny.
I'm taking my plane, I'm going home, and I'm watching a scary movie after having a already horrifying day.
I literally was gonna say your life was a scary movie.
That's untrue. It could be a lot of romance. Yeah, call me a fat ass. Call me what you want. Call me, obviously. I'm eating. I'm
That's
eating.
so funny.
I am.
I don't
eating.
think I'd be able to eat. Mainly because, like, with
be-
my anxiety, any little inconvenience, I can't eat.
I stress eat though, so I guess
See,
that's
I
like
can't stress eat.
I'm a
I'm the
stress
complete
eater.
opposite.
I'm such a stress eater. I'd be like, oh, my account is only $2. I'm eating. I'm eating, bro. I gotta do it.
I just stubbed my toe.
I'm eating. I'm fucking eating. Oh, I gotta put gas in my car. I'm fucking eating, bro. Any inconvenience in my life, I'm eating.
I just dropped that pen.
I'm eating.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, I'm stress eating for sure.
That's so funny.
Maybe I would have a bigger like appetite than I normally would,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely not putting food to waste. I'm gonna eat all the food I possibly can. That's just me though. What else you got, mamas?
Okay, I have the long one.
You want me to read it off?
I can read it. I'm just looking to see if
It's
there's
because I
any
can't
more in the
pronounce words.
Yes.
That's rude.
You're welcome. Okay. So this one is called The Barn.
The barn.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says, this is a weird story that happened back when I was a teenager. My grandparents had a really small farm located in a small hollow. It wasn't a commercial farm, just something they had to support themselves. However, when they got older and it was more difficult for them to maintain the farm, they quit using the barn. It just sort of sat there and was used as a storage area mainly. Every Thanksgiving and Christmas, we would go to our grandparents' house. This story took place on Thanksgiving. I was 15 years old, and that's the age where I began not enjoying hanging out with the adults in my family anymore. I felt that, though.
Hell no, I be hanging out with the adults. You wanna know why?
Why?
They be talking hellish shit.
See, that's why. I couldn't.
What you talking about? Yeah, I wanna know my cousin's doing drugs, hanging upside down. Like, yeah, bro. Oh, this is your third baby mama? Damn. Oh, you been cheated on by your husband 7 times? Damn.
And you still staying?
Yeah, you always get the tea. I've never heard like any of those, but they kicked me out typically when I was a kid. They'd be like, okay, go do something.
Okay. Suddenly, listening to the stories of when I was a kid or when my parents were kids was just not that entertaining anymore.
I don't know, drunk. Have you ever seen a fucking Hispanic Thanksgiving where all they do is they drink more than they eat turkey? That's a good time. That's a good time.
Okay. We had Thanksgiving dinner early. It was about 2 p.m.
They're white.
Stop, because I was literally thinking to myself, I was
They're
like,
white.
that's when we used to do it.
They're white. They're white.
Afterward, I was beginning to feel a bit antsy. I let my parents know that I was going to go and explore the hollow a little bit. It had been a while since I had done so. I didn't even think of asking my younger brother and sister if they wanted to go. It was fine because, honestly, I felt like being by myself. I knew that I didn't really have a lot of time to explore before it got dark, so I set out and made sure I knew how far I could go and still get back before the sun had set. I didn't do the greatest job at it, though. If you've ever been out exploring the woods, you might probably know what I mean. You can get easily fascinated with the woods and the hills and lose track of time. It got very, very dark before it was anywhere close to being home. By the time I got back to the farm, it had been dark for at least an hour. I had never been out by the barn when it was dark outside. It looked incredibly creepy. Being a teenage boy, I of course liked scary things. The thought then occurred to me that if the barn was creepy looking on the outside, it must be really creepy on the inside. I decided to check it out.
They're definitely white. That's crazy. That's crazy. If something looks scary to me, I'm not going in it. Your kind scares me.
Getting into the barn was simple. My grandparents rarely locked the door of their house, much less thought about locking the barn.
Well, send me the address, buddy, because I'm stealing. I'm robbing.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear. You got a farm, you don't lock the house. I know you probably got guns, but I got a gun too.
Pow pow.
Pew pew.
They lived in a really safe area where crime was pretty much unheard of until Daisy comes around.
Yeah, buddy.
The barn did have one of those heavy wooden locks on it. I honestly have no idea what they are called, but I was able to pull the wooden beam up. When I opened the barn door, it made a horribly loud creaking noise. I knew my grandparents had likely not been in the barn for years, so I was surprised I was able to get the door open at all. I figured the hinges had to nearly be rusted shut. As I mentioned, the barn was old, and even when it was in use, my grandparents would only have been in it during the day, so there was no light. Thank God that I live in the era of smartphones, though, because I, of course, had a flashlight on my smartphone. I turned on the flashlight and
That's the only smart thing he's done.
Shut the fuck up. I turned on the flashlight and just marveled at the creepiness. If dark is creepy, then just a minor amount of light made it much creepier. I was fascinated by all the tools, so many sharp implements, most of them were hanging up. However, there was a small hatchet lying on a workbench. It was discolored, and on closer inspection, I realized that it was coated in dry blood. Yes?
They're murderers? Oh my God.
I don't know much about slaughtering animals, but I knew that my grandparents used to do it often. Chickens and pigs and stuff. So I figured that the hatchet was used for that purpose and they never cleaned it.
That's disgusting.
The barn had a loft that was filled with hay. I decided to climb the ladder and check it out. When I was shining the light around, it reflected off something buried in the hay.
Fuck nobody.
I was wondering if it was another tool or something and decided to check it out. Going over to it, I began moving the hay. I screamed when the empty sockets of a long dead corpse were staring directly at me. I fell backwards and nearly fell off the loft.
You know what? That's what he fucking gets for flipping around like that. You know damn well you got white people, but fucking they don't lock them doors. It's because they murder people.
I quickly climbed down the ladder and ran out of the barn without closing the door. I rushed into the house and told my parents and grandparents about what I had. Why would you tell the grandparents?
Hell no, that's crazy. I'd call the cops.
Bro, you're next.
I would have called the cops. You're dumb. He's dead, isn't he? He did. His grandparents posted this.
My father, a huge man, like Hulk Hogan sized.
Hell no, buddy. White.
Went out to confirm what I told him. My grandparents phoned the sheriff's office, so they're just gonna pretend like it wasn't them?
Hell no, buddy. That's crazy. The murder weapon's there and everything. Didn't clean it. Nasties.
The body had been in the loft for about 3 years. It had several hatchet wounds on it that the police told us were caused by the hatchet I had seen on the bench. The hatchet I had picked up. So not only had I found a dead body, but I had an actual murder weapon in my hand, tampering with the evidence. That was truly disturbing to me, but it wasn't nearly as disturbing as the realization my grandparents had that they had lived in the house for 3 years without knowing a dead body was in the barn. No one was ever caught, and we to this day have no idea who killed that man and why.
That's because it was my grandparents. Oh my god, that person scared the fuck out of me. I'm gonna shit myself. Holy moly. That's crazy. Imagine having your grandparents. Hell no, how the fuck? Okay, let's line this up, right?
Yeah.
You already said that there's no crime, okay? They live on a farm, right? Which means there's probably not a lot of people.
Pretty secluded.
Yeah, you're probably really far from actual civilization.
Yes.
So you're telling me
Yeah.
that your grandparents did not go inside that fucking barn, okay? And they used to have a lock on it, but now they don't because whatever the fuck, they're white people, okay? You're telling me that the same people who used to slaughter animals did not slaughter this man? You're dumb.
And they've lived there for years.
Like, what fucking else explanation do you think you're gonna have?
How he said, like, when they got older, they stopped maybe that's why they stopped going into the barn.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you think we're, like, who else? Who, like,
Oh,
in what world?
There's a dead body in the barn. It wasn't us.
That's what I'm saying. Like, in what world do you think someone's gonna go break into their barn together, grab the hatchet, okay? And then you already admitted that they don't clean the fucking hatchet. And then you touch that shit, which probably is now, what do you call it? Like, not, you can't use it as evidence no more, right?
Fuck.
Admissible?
Sure.
Something like that.
They contaminated the evidence.
So it's like, bitch, you know what you were doing? I know what kind of Thanksgiving this is. This is a Thanksgiving. A Thanksgiving. Okay? Because you've got me, I would, for the rest of my life, never go back to my grandparents' house.
At 15 years old, you're traumatized.
15 years old. A dead body. At my grandparents'
Staring
house.
at you.
At my grandparents' house. And they never caught the killer. That's because they are the killers. That's because they are. I hate to break it to you, honey, but they're the killers. Give me this phone. At our Killer Orange Cat 7 years ago. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. If this is a real story, you're dumb. It says true scary stories. It says true. That's a little creepy.
It also said there was 5 of them, but I only saw the one.
No one was ever caught, and we to this day have no idea who killed that man and why. You must be the dumbest fucking person I've ever met in my entire fucking life.
I'm glad I picked this one to read.
That was the dumbest shit.
Yo, like low-key, because I didn't read it beforehand. So as I was reading it, I was like, what if it ends stupidly, like nothing actually happened?
Oh my god, a dead body in my grandparents' home where they've slaughtered animals. But it's not my grandparents, I promise. They don't know how to use an axe, even though they've slaughtered animals for literally the whole living. Oh my god, I'm 15 and stupid. I'm naive and I'm dumb.
I just want to believe that they're innocent.
My poor grandparents didn't know. And they called the cops. Yeah, bitch, of course they had to call the cops. Imagine if they didn't.
What if everyone knew? Like the whole family just knew and like they had to pretend for the kid.
Imagine just, yeah, you remember your cousin Timmy? That's Timmy. That's crazy. Because I don't think, how often is it that you really get, like, I understand being like maybe stranded, right? And you're like going to the closest house, but you don't go into someone's barn. That's weird if you're just getting help. You know, you go to their home and ask for help. But how often honestly, often would you find someone just walking in, like in the middle of nowhere,
and they were
you
hidden
know?
in the hay.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
it
was them.
what I'm fucking saying.
It was them.
Let me just bleed out after dying in this fucking, and let me just
cover myself in the hay.
let alone that this person, okay, hear me out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was an accident. Okay, maybe they did find, maybe there is once upon a story.
3 times with that hatchet.
That's crazy. I don't know. I want to give the benefit of the doubt and say maybe there is that one person one homeless person maybe, right, who gets stranded in the middle of nowhere. Like, we're in Indiana. There's fucking farms everywhere.
There
abandoned houses, abandoned stuff. There's some stuff that looks abandoned that's not abandoned. And homeless people probably go in there for the wintertime. Okay? So I wouldn't doubt it for a second if, you know, one of the grandparents thought there was a chicken or something up there. And they were like, I'm gonna fucking kill you and gut you and fucking cook you for dinner. And it was a fucking person. They were probably sleeping in the hay. Okay? All bundled up. And then they just see this hay moving. And they're like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna kill you. And it was actually a person. And they were like,
Oh, well, can't tell anyone about this.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, who knows? But I think, truthfully, respectfully, you're dumb. It was your grandparents, baby. It was the grandparents. Please, someone agree with me.
That's so funny.
Please, everyone agree with me. Comment. What do you guys think? It's definitely the grandparents, right?
I don't see how it could be anyone else.
Don't. It would
What
have
if
to
it
be
was
a
another
crazy
family
scenario.
member?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it has to be a crazy fucking scenario where it had to be someone close to them because I just don't see you being in the middle of
They're
nowhere
over
on
here
this
like,
big.
hey, I have a great place to hide this body, my grandparents' barn. They never go in there anymore.
Oh hell no! See, because then why don't they go in there anymore?
That's what I'm saying. Like, all of a sudden you just don't go in there anymore. there has to be a reason. Because you killed someone in there. And you left them in there.
Yeah. One day you're just slaughtering the animals, and then the next day you're literally never even going in there once. To the point where you stopped locking it.
They're dumb on that part.
Yeah.
I would have kept that bitch locked. I would have been like, I lost the key. I don't know.
Maybe that's what they used in like court. Because maybe, I mean, I feel like if I was a detective, if I was a cop, and I was on the case, I'm obviously pointing the fingers at the grandparents.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was a lot of suitable things that you could have said or done. They're old for them to get away with it. The amount of real evidence other than, you know, that they were at their house.
I need to know, was there just really no... What if it was the kid the whole time? Because his fingerprints would have already been on the hatchet. Because he picked it up. So if they were to do DNA swabbing, his would have been the only fingerprints.
Okay, but to be fair, he was 15 years old. 3 years before that, you're how old? I get
You
it.
could be psycho.
I get it, but I think it's very unlikely when you got rich white parents, when you got a whole big ass farm from slaughtering animals.
Hey, people are crazy.
I'm not saying people are not crazy, but how likely is it for an 11-year-old to be psychotic to...
I don't know. There's
hatch
stories of
people?
like fucking 9-year-olds.
Yeah, that's in this day and age. This was 7 years ago.
Yeah, that long ago too. Like those Slenderman people. That was years ago.
That's so different though, because these are... You're
but
talking
that's
about...
still crazy ass kids.
Okay, but you're talking about internet influence versus actual fucking crazy kids.
They gotta be crazy to begin with.
Did you do the cinnamon challenge before?
We're not talking about me.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I did not choked.
So the internet influence versus actual psychotic kids are so fucking different.
I don't know.
I think that's different. I think some people will agree with me.
My guess is either the grandparents or that kid, because his DNA was already on that hatchet.
I don't know. I gotta tell you. Oh, his grandparents' DNA would be on it too. That's what I'm saying. It had to be counted in court, like admissible evidence, because of contamination.
Yeah.
I think the grandparents just got lucky on that one.
Yeah, they did.
I think they just got severely lucky. I think it was the grandparents.
For sure.
Yeah. You just don't fucking hide in the hay for no reason. Okay.
With 3 hatchet wounds.
Crazy. I'm ready for the next story.
Nope, that was all I had. That was all I could find.
Okay, what else are we doing then?
I can see if I could find another one.
We're not doing anything in the notebook today?
Do you want to do something from the notebook?
Oh, well, you brought the notebook, so I didn't know.
I did in case we wanted to.
I just seen a plate on Facebook that says, I cremate you, and it made me think about Jeepers Creepers. I be eating you. I'm beating you to I be eating you. That's crazy. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Jeepers Creepers is such a good Thanksgiving movie.
You think so?
Yeah. I think it's all year round.
I definitely think it's all year round.
But I think it hits more on Thanksgiving.
You know, I could see that because it gives more like fall vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got fucking Jeepers Creepers and his fancy hat, so I don't know what else. And I be eating you. Perfect Thanksgiving. Just perfect Thanksgiving motto. Then, I mean, what more can you ask for? And then you got a man, hot fucking man, fucking Justin Long with the fucking rose tattoo around his belly button. That's so sexy. That is the sexiest thing I've ever seen on a man. And my husband's sexy, okay? But fuck, Justin Long and Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers, that man's hot. When he smiles.
You want to read this one?
Sure. Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Anyways. Life's a glitch.
I don't think we've read that one yet.
I don't think we have. How long is this one? Not that long. That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Life's a bitch glitch. Anyways. We have all seen videos where someone shows a glitch in the Matrix, right? I sure have. That's for sure. Have you ever witnessed one in real life, though? Have you?
I feel like I have.
I feel like I might have. I don't know. I'm not talking about simple things like looking all over for your keys only to find them sitting in a spot where you've already checked. I don't know. That feels a little Matrixy in the, to me.
I've definitely had that happen.
Already checked 3 times. Things like that can be explained away as a ghost messing with you. Thanks, Grandma. LOL. Damn, grandmas. I told you. I'm just kidding. One afternoon, my brother and I were taking a drive around town. Something he enjoyed doing. He had taken me to the doctors to evaluate the healing of my broken foot. Afterward, we just headed out, driving around and talking. I was watching the sky when a strange phenomenon occurred. You liked how I said that shit? Yeah. He was approaching a stoplight when I noticed the airplane I had been watching just stopped in midair. I said, Terry, look, that plane isn't moving. That's crazy. Imagine seeing a plane just stuck in the air. That's creepy.
I feel like there's a reason behind that.
I think it's mainly not a glitch in the system. I think that's like a...
It's something.
You know when the world is moving one way, but the airplane's going the other?
Yeah. But there's also a thing where, like, you can see it drop, and there's something that goes with that.
Okay. See, Mama B? She disputing your stories.
I'm sorry. I don't know if it drops or nothing. Watch as it does, and I'm like, oh, sorry, Mom.
Because the light was red, he was able to look where I was pointing. Sure enough, he noticed it was not moving. After several seconds, it started flying again. He got the green light, and off we went, discussing what we had just witnessed. Sorry, I was having a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, you're good at that.
Hey.
Yeah.
Rude.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
No.
Neither of us. Yes. Neither of us had ever seen. Yes. Seen a plane. I know you said it in your head.
Shut up! Get out of my head.
No.
What am I thinking of?
I'm not gonna say that out loud, girl. That's nasty. A plane just stopped in the air before. I mentioned it to my husband when I got home, and he thought we were nuts. No offense, Mama B, but that's a little crazy. Just kidding. That evening, while I was flipping the page, flattening the page, browsing Facebook, I came across a post that mentioned a loud airplane sound that seemed to last longer than usual. What does that mean?
Like, you know, when you, like when it flies over and you can hear the airplane, how, like, you hear it and, like, it just gradually gets quieter. I'm going to assume, like, the loudness of it just lasted longer.
Sound travels, right? That's a thing still.
I think so. I don't know. I'm not.
I think your mom's being crazy right now.
That's a possibility. Sorry, Mom.
Just kidding. Alyssa was telling me to say that.
What the heck?
It was in a neighborhood that would have been in the same area as a plane that we've seen stop in the air. I tagged my brother to show him that the other people had heard what we saw. We weren't nuts. Yeah, no crazy home for you. A few months later, my husband and I were taking my niece and my son to an event at a college. It was morning, still dark out, when the strange phenomenon occurred again. We were driving through the campus looking for their drop-off point. We were beside the space and... Fuck, I don't know that word. Fuck, I'm not even going to say that. Aeronautics building?
I think so. Aeronautics.
You know, where the astronauts go. Building, when I saw what happened to be a model airplane attached to the pole on the top of the building. I pointed it out to the family, saying how cool it was. A few seconds later, the plane started to fly away. It was not a model. It was another plane that had stopped in midair and just happened to line up with the pole when we saw it. We watched it fly off towards the airport. I told my husband that it's just like the plane, that my brother and I had seen that one day. After that experience, my husband no longer thought I was nuts. Either that or we're all crazy. I don't know. I think we're all crazy. I have a picture that I want to show you before we, move on and whatnot. Mm-hmm. There's a photo that I have from many, many years ago. Okay. Maybe I still have it. I don't know. We'll see. But it was a car. Let me just show you and then I can describe it. Okay. So I don't have the picture, unfortunately. This was
Sad face.
very much long time ago. This was like maybe my freshman, sophomore year of high school. But a little glitch in the Matrix. I saw a car, right? Mm-hmm. And there was like a pole. So there was like the light. And there's a pole right there, so I couldn't see the full car. But the front of the car was blue. Then it was the pole. But at the end of the car, it was a different color. It was white. So it looked like two different cars. And I took a picture of it and it looked kind of crazy. It looked like a glitch in the Matrix. Mm-hmm. Turns out someone's just fucking poor and doesn't know how to paint their whole car. So, yeah.
It's kind of like when like someone messes up their door and they put on a new door, but it's a completely different color from the rest of the car.
Yeah, that's basically what it looked like. But it was like their whole front of the car. And then the back of the car.
They walk into the shop like, hey, how much can I get done with this amount? They're like, we can do half.
We can just do your hood and
let's
the
do
two cars.
Let's do it.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, but it looked like a glitch in the Matrix for sure. Do you have a glitch in the Matrix?
I feel like I do, but I would have to think about it to actually remember.
I think I have glitch in the Matrix moments, like, in the sense of, like, do you know where you, like, think something's not fucking real and it's real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one time I learned about the chocolate bar, whatchamacallits.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time I learned about that was I went to go ask my little brother what he wanted, like what candy he wanted from the store, because we were going to go to the store. He was like, a whatchamacallit? I was like, that doesn't fucking help me.
You're over here like, okay, but what's it called?
He's like, a whatchamacallit? I'm like, Eric, what do you want? What does it look like? And he's like, it's a white bar. And I'm like, a payday? No, it's called whatchamacallit. I'm like, what does that even mean?
That's like when someone makes their password, I don't know. So when someone asks, oh, what's your password? I don't know.
I used to have my password for my Wi-Fi in my house. It's not that anymore, by the way.
I would hope if you were about to say it out loud that it wouldn't be it anymore.
But my username was I suck, and then my password was big fat balls. So it was I suck big fat balls.
You're stupid.
But it was funny. It was hilarious.
Hilarious.
That's a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, totally.
Do you ever have a glitch in the Matrix with horror films? Like, you remember it being one way, but it's the complete opposite now?
I don't think so.
No?
No, but again, that's one of the things that's like, I would have to think about it in the moment, because I can't think of it right now.
I have glitches in the Matrix a lot when it comes to the Grudge movies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it's mainly I mix the movies up quite a bit.
Oh, I could see that. You know what? If it's that type of thing, yeah, I'll do stuff like that where I'll think something is in one movie, but really it's in like a different one.
Yeah, but sometimes I do watch. Sometimes I feel like I have a glitch in the Matrix when I watch Star Wars. Because I have this weird thing that happens to me that I'll watch Revenge of the Sith and I'm like, Anakin is not going to turn to the dark side. And then he turns to the dark side and I'm sad all over again.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit of a glitch in the Matrix for me. Because I'm like, he would never do that. And this is like my 7th billion time watching it.
Shocked every time.
I'm so shocked every time. I'm like, what about Padme? She loves you. And he's just like, liar. No? Anyone? Star Wars?
Han Solo?
Fuck Han Solo. Fuck Han Solo. I hate Han Solo. If your favorite character is Han Solo, you've got serious mom problems. You've got serious mommy problems. Let's be fucking for real. Okay? You got mommy problems. You got daddy problems. You got people problems.
You just got problems.
You do. I think if your favorite character is Han Solo,
You need to work on that.
you go to therapy, please, for the love of God. You fucking need it. I just met a person. I didn't even meet this person in real life. I met this person through the phone per my lovely friend over here. And I was like, oh yeah, I like Star Wars too. And they were like, yeah, cool. And I was like, who's your favorite character? What's your favorite movie? And it was cool up until he said Han Solo. He said Revenge of the Sith was his favorite movie. So I give him props for that. Like, he got brownie points for Revenge of the Sith because my whole wedding was based off Revenge of the Sith, okay? But fucking Han Solo, out of anybody you could have chose between Han Solo and the rest of you might as well have picked fucking Kylo Ren over Darth Vader.
Is Han Solo like just a basic answer?
I feel like it's a basic answer.
Is that like the pumpkin spice of Star Wars?
Oh, I feel like, yeah. If you put it that way,
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, yeah. I think a lot of people are more, and now that, you know, a lot of people are, I think in my opinion, this is my opinion, I don't know a lot of people who talk about Star Wars the way I talk about Star Wars. So per the internet and what people, like what I've physically seen, like at Comic-Con and stuff like that, I do now notice that a lot of girls are getting into Star Wars because of Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
Because of how hot he is. So, I get it. That's cool. So, I feel like a lot of people now would probably say Anakin. Mine, personally, would be R2-D2.
Really?
I love R2-D2.
That's so cute.
I am so obsessed with R2-D2 because his screams are so funny. He's like the most hilarious fucking character. And not just that, oh, I love Jar Jar Binks. I fucking go hard for Jar Jar Binks. If you go hard for Jar Jar Binks, I'll divorce my man. That's crazy. I don't know anybody who chooses Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks is so fucking funny. We gotta watch the movies. I gotta show you why.
Oh
Jar Jar Binks is the most hilarious people I've ever met. My top. So, Jar Jar Binks, R2-D2. Obviously, go a little gay, you know. Padme, the Queen Amidala. That's the same person, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Same
I love how you knew.
Same people. that hoe could get it.
I just love how you no, put that finger down.
But okay, like that's almost saying like, you know, I think a lot of people don't choose Qui-Gon.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people don't choose like Obi. But out of anybody you could choose, you chose Han Solo. Not even Lando. That's the original owner from the Millennium Falcon. What the fuck?
So what I'm hearing is you're a pumpkin spice bitch.
Pumpkin spice hoe. Not me though. I'm not basic.
You're far from basic.
I Jar Jar Binks you too. Anyways, this just turned into a Star Wars fucking ramble. Sorry, guys.
I'm sure some of you liked it.
Anyways, anything you want to close out? Any cool things?
Yeah, if you find a dead body in the barn of your grandparents' house, call the cops right away instead of going to your family, because obviously they're going to cover it up.
My advice?
And Mom, I hate to say it to you, but I think that airplane was just doing airplane things.
I don't even know what that means. I truly don't know what that means. Hear me out, Mama B, okay? Hear me out. We're just in a simulation. That airplane was fake. You know that lady? That lady in the airplane? That person's not real! I get it. that person was not real. Do you ever know what happened to that person?
No.
Exactly. No. We got like aliens and shit, right?
Oh, I don't want to think about aliens.
Bruh, like, an alien could be watching us right here.
But I swear to God, I think they were watching me when I was a kid.
Hell no, buddy. You're on crack.
I wish.
Ew.
Ew. You don't want me to try it just once?
No. Isn't crack the... No. Which one's crack?
I don't know the difference between crack and cocaine, to be honest.
I know cocaine, but what's crack?
I don't know.
Is crack cocaine?
That's why I get confused, because people call it crack cocaine, but then they call stuff cocaine, and then they call stuff crack, and I'm like, what's the difference?
What is crack? I'm scared to look this up on my phone. You look it up on yours.
Wait, why do I gotta look it up on my phone? What is crack?
I want to read.
Crack is the street name for a highly addictive, smokable form.
It's a smoke. So it is crack cocaine. Oh. Crack is cocaine? That's crazy.
So it's been processed into small, hard, white or off-white rock crystals.
Is that the one you gotta put in a spoon? Right?
I think so, because it says when they are heated and the vapors are inhaled.
Oh no, I thought the one you put on a spoon is heroin. Is that the one?
Heroin you inject. Heroin's
Yeah, but
the one
don't you have to like...
with the needle.
Yeah, but
Are you
don't you
thinking of
have
meth?
to heat it up?
I thought meth you had to heat up.
No, I thought you had to heat up heroin and then inject it inside you. Right?
I don't know. I don't do drugs.
I don't do drugs either, bitch. You know,
Bro, why are they so bright?
I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter, you know, they ask you all these questions of your, like, you know, history and stuff like that. And so they ask you about, like, drugs and stuff. And I don't remember the question, like, for exact words. But it was a different form of, like needle, like, injecting, like, drugs.
Uh-huh.
And I remember looking, and she's like, you know, answer this question. And I was like, yeah, I don't even know what that means, to be honest. And she's like, oh, it's, you know, do you do drugs like that have to do with anything with injecting yourself? I was like, hell no, baby. I got to lay down just to get shots. I said, I do not do needles, babe. I don't even look at them. They make me want to puke. So the lady laughed at me. She laughed. I was like, it's not funny. This is a serious matter.
What, did you say it to her exactly like that?
Girl, it was not funny. Yeah.
That's so
I'm like,
funny.
that's not.
Well, I mean, like, all the stuff before that, like being like, I gotta do this, so no.
No, but be for real. I've told her, I said, I don't do needles. I do not do needles, babe. That's an
she just started laughing
That's
at
a
you?
no. Yeah, that whole thought that was funny. You know why she thought it was so funny? You got tattoos. That's different.
I hate that shit, because I got piercings and I got tattoos, but I hate when they gotta try to take blood or give me shots and shit. It's not the same.
I'll give you, I don't know if I've ever told you this horror story, at least on the pod. But the reason why, I used to be so okay with getting shots and all that other stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
One fucking year. This happened all because of school. Okay? I hate school now because of this. I'm just kidding.
I was traumatized.
No, I was really traumatized. So we had to go get like our yearly, you know, like shots before going to school and stuff like that. So we're in line, whatever, to get our shots. And it was my turn. I like looked away. I was like, yeah, because I don't like to like see it go inside. I think that's just a normal thing. People, you know, you don't look. And then I remember she said, okay, we're done. I was like, oh, okay. So I turned around. She took the needle out and it started squirting fucking blood on her. And I've never been more scared in my entire life after that. I felt like I was in a legit horror film. It was scary. After that, I did never trust the needles ever again. I've never trusted any. Maybe, you know what? That bitch probably didn't know what she was doing.
Bro, something like that happened to me. I wasn't squirting blood or anything, but I never liked the needles before this, but it just really set it in for me. I was getting my shots, and I think it was when I had to get both. They wanted to do both in, because I had to get one in each arm. They wanted to do both at the same time, and then they messed up and had to do it again.
Absolutely fucking not.
Because as they like injected it in me, I guess I moved, because I'm being stabbed. As a kid, I'm gonna move. So they're like, we have to do it again.
I remember I had to get a shot in my booty.
I don't think I ever had to do that.
I don't remember why, but I remember having to get a shot in my booty. That shit hurt. There's a lot there, okay? But that shit hurt.
If I had to, I must have blocked that out, because I don't remember ever getting a shot in my booty.
Nah, I remember that shit because it was because I was sick, and it was either I had to take either. Okay, I remember where they had to either give me medicine, but I think it was there was a certain type of medicine where I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore because I've did that before. And they were like, or a shot. And I was like, yeah, I'll get the shot, thinking it's just right in my arm. I'm telling my mom.
They're like, drop your pants.
Nah, for real, bruh. My mom, I remember, I'm pretty sure it was with my mom. I don't remember, but one of my legal guardians, I remember I was like, yeah, I don't know why don't they do shots in your arm all the time like that? Like, that's easy. And I'm pretty sure it was my mom. And my mom was like, they give you a shot in your butt, Daisy. I was like, oh, hell no. Tell them I want the medicine. And I remember.
It was too late.
Yeah. I was like.
You couldn't back out.
I couldn't back out. My mom had to hold me down and everything. That shit.
So you're getting this shot in your ass. Shut up.
Dude, I remember, I feel like that shit hurt. Why you do shit in the butt like that? Hell no, traumatizing. I'm pretty sure I was like a teenager.
A teenager being held down by your mom.
That shit's embarrassing. When you talking about, doctor, you gotta see my butt crack. Hell no, buddy. Fuck no. Hell no.
That's funny.
Anyways, super off topic on fucking Thanksgiving Day. Holy shit. Not Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving month. Anyways, eat your turkey. Make sure it's cooked, not alive. Make sure there's no dead relatives. If there are, don't sue us. We're sorry. It was just a joke. Please understand this was a joke. Live, love, laugh. Live, love,
bath.
turkey. What?
I've been saying that a lot lately.
Live, love, laugh, toaster bath?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I'm going to start saying that.
Thank you. I said that to someone and they looked at me and they're like, are you suicidal?
Ew.
Yeah, I was like, bitch, take the joke.
Oh my God. First of all, shut the fuck up, bitch. Just kidding. Not kidding. Anyways, yeah, live, love, laugh, turkey bath. Eat your pumpkin pie. Don't tell a lie. And if you do, make them bitches cry. You know what I'm saying? Hope you enjoyed this very off topic.
How the fuck did we get it this long?
I have no idea. I'm ready to go home, brother.
I'm ready to go inside.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Han Solo fucking sucks. Goodbye.